Lazav the Multifarious versus Traxos, Scourge of Kroog. I don't think I've seen that artwork before. That is the one that untaps. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Never seen that artwork. This hand... We don't have... Well, I'm just thinking we don't have much in the means of self-mill unless we can get into Traumatize. I'm going to risk this. I will have to... I'll hold off on the Dark Confident being exiled to Chrome Mox for now. You never know, we might draw into a black source. But what I'm thinking currently is Island into Mana Vault, then if we don't get into a black source we can make one with the Chrome Mox and Dark Confident. We at least draw into an island. So we could just go for Traumatize next turn and hope that we get into a black source. Yeah, I think that's what we'll go for. And of course not going to pay the 4 mana. And a black source would be nice here. That is really good. We'll still go into Traumatize, I think. I think that would... Well, I've put down blue now, so we're committed to it. That is 5 mana for a Traumatize. That is half of our deck. 45 cards going straight into the graveyard. And we'll pass over to our opponent and see what we have a look at. We'll see what we can have a look at in the graveyard. Okay, we have Jace's Archivist, Fades the Untouchable. We have Hedron Crab, Nether Traitor, what else? Phyrexian Devourer is in here, part of a combo. Ornithopter. Viscera Seer. That's fine, that's going to deal 1 damage to us. Buried Alive. Lab Maniac is in here. Snapcaster. Wall of Souls. Siren Storm Tamer. Yeah, there's not much by the way of combos. So I think we're just going to have to go for Lazav here to get the Summoning Sickness off it. Hopefully we can put something decent into the graveyard with him. Bloodghast. There's no problem with that going into the graveyard. I think I mentioned it in a previous video. I have made some changes to the deck. Actually, do I want to pass the turn here? I think I will get rid of the Wall of Blood for a Dark Confident here. Just to start refilling our hand a little bit. Maybe getting us into some more good stuff. Go for Dark Confident. We can of course hold up Force of Will. Get rid of the Vryn's Prodigy if we need to. Yeah, I think I mentioned it in the previous video, but I've made a few changes to the deck. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them in or not. In the mid to late game, we can use it to get a combo win with Lab Maniac and Mirror-Mad Phantasm. And what we do is we use Necrotic Ooze or Lazav the Multifarious to use the Mirror-Mad Phantasm ability. That will mill our entire library. Then we can get back Bloodghast from the graveyard along with Fate Stitcher and Grave Crawler. And then sack all 3 of those to the Dread Return, which I think is in here, right there. That will return Lab Maniac. And then we can use a 2 mana flashback spell to draw a couple of cards, and that will have us win the game thanks to the Laboratory Maniac. Just trying to think now, what untaps this thing? This is a 4 mana 7/7 trample. It enters tapped and doesn't untap. And whenever you cast a historic spell, you untap it. So, wondering if we can do anything here. Yeah, I'm actually going to pay to untap here, because that means that next turn we can go for Ornithopter into Phage the Untouchable. We'll play the Drowned Catacombs, and I think we can get out Bloodghast. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to. So whether or not we actually manage to get that combo off is anyone's guess. But as of right now, I don't think we're going to be going for it this game, because we don't actually have the Mirrormad Phantasm in the graveyard. I'll have a quick scan through again. No, we don't. 5 mana blue spell, we don't have it in there. So we will have to go for, where are we? Ornithopter. Turn Lazav into Ornithopter, and then next turn we'll swing in as a Phage the Untouchable, which is 7 mana. As soon as that hits our opponent, we win the game. So that is the current line of play that we're going to aim for. And yeah, our opponent's still ramping, and they are after untapping their Traxos. And we are going to be dealt 7 commander damage here. We can't block with the Bloodghast, and that thing has trample anyway, so don't think there's anything our opponent can do here with 3 colourless mana. But even if they do try something, we can go for a Force of Will. Okay, going for a Mana Dork. That thing doesn't have reach, so not too worried about it, to be honest. And Dark Confident gets us into a swamp. So we've been pretty lucky with the Dark Confident so far. And then Vector Asp is something good to block with. Well, we'll get that down and we'll just go for our combo win. Like I say, I don't think there's anything our opponent can do about this, but you never know. So Ornithopter is of course a free flyer. Just gives us evasion. That is the only reason it's in here. The fact that it doesn't cost anything is really nice. And then blockers have been declared. So we go for Phage the Untouchable. That is 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And then we turn our Lazav into a Phage the Untouchable. And for those of you who don't know, whenever Phage the Untouchable deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. And blockers have already been declared, so there we go. Trigger is on the stack, and we win the game. So, good game to our opponent, and hope you all enjoyed that. That was Lazav the Multifarious. I'm going to keep trying to get that combo off that I keep talking about, but it's, yeah, pretty difficult thing to get off. I don't know if I should keep it in or not, but every time I was getting into Mirrormad Phantasm and Laboratory Maniac, I didn't actually have a means of using them, so it's just something to make it easier. I don't know if it's actually worth having in there or not, but I shall persevere anyway. I'm tribalkai on the EDH channel. Thank you all for watching.